T. Ramachandran, J. Jayalalitha. Two charming personalities, articulate and fearless. The two leaders held the AIADMK together for over 4 decades or so. Today, as the AIADMK celebrates its golden jubilee, the party, unfortunately, is at its lowest. Not in power, no charming leader to revive its fortunes, and the taint of being shadow managed by a national party from Delhi. The AIADMK is at the crossroads. At the crux of the problem is the lack of charismatic, strong leadership. The O. Pannirselvam, Edappadi K. Palaniswamy combined leadership is uninspiring. Besides the dual leadership, the party has to deal with factions formed on the basis of caste and region. Sasikala's recent visit to the MGR Memorial and announcing herself as the party's General Secretary only makes the problem worse. The former trusted aide of J. Jayalalitha has made her ambitions very clear. Sasikala wants to return to the party. But it's easier said than done, with EPS vehemently opposing any such move. Political analysts believe that even Sasikala's re-entry might not help the AIADMK. The party is still dealing with the charges of corruption during its earlier tenure while they were in the government, and the recent raids by DVAC on several of former AIADMK ministers has still kept the issue alive. At such a time, re-inducting jailbird Sasikala into the party will make matters worse for the AIADMK.
There was a big show of her welcoming her to Tamil Nadu when she was released from prison. Again, what happened? After that, there was a huge lull. So, see, politics is a game where you have to be present throughout, you have to be active throughout, you have to be seen and heard throughout. Sasikala will not be able to sustain that. And Sasikala also doesn't have that kind of support that she expects from just because she is Jayalalitha's friend. She's no Jayalalitha, definitely not. She is actually a discredited friend of Jayalalitha. Let us accept that. So that is something that the ADMK leaders like Jayakumar or C.V. Shanmugam and others have already vociferously stated that she's a nobody. She has no place in the ADMK.
So what should be AIADMK's strategy? The party is not in a position to fill the charismatic leader vacuum anytime soon. But it is still the principal opposition in the assembly. During J. Jayalalitha's prime, the AIADMK troubled the DMK from the opposition benches, with Amma herself taking up issues and cornering the government while keeping the cadres occupied. Contrast that to the present situation. Senior leaders like O. Pannirselvam and K. A. Sengottayan have praised the DMK government on several issues. The duo might have tried to be statesman-like, but it is coming at the cost of the party's core agenda, that of anti-DMK stance. In the meanwhile, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has reset the political discourse in Tamil Nadu. There were no vendetta arrests of AIADMK leaders or cadres after the DMK came to power. At the same time, DMK cadres who indulged in unlawful activities were dealt with the iron hand. On the governance front too, talented and educated people were drafted into the cabinet. M.K. Stalin seems to be working on the perception angle, but the AIADMK is yet to figure out a counter strategy to this.
As soon as the DMK comes to power, there is a fear that the rowdyism will increase. There is a fear that there will be a lot of land grabbing, women will not be safe and all of that. Stalin has put an end to that narrative. So you have to look for a new narrative, or you have to create a new narrative which fits within this framework. So the BJP is building that narrative of temples being taken over and everything is being looted from the temples, and the DMK is looting it. Now that narrative, as of today, it's not working. They have to definitely come up with a narrative, and that narrative has to be necessarily based on the governance objectives of the DMK, which it has not achieved. Like for instance, NEET. It promised that it will repeal NEET, and that will be one of the first signatures. Like for instance, the giving away 1,000 rupees to women for the head of the women household.
AIADMK's ally, the BJP, might be just garnering mind space and not so much of vote share in Tamil Nadu. But the Dravidian party needs to decide if it really wants to be seen as an ally of the BJP. In its golden jubilee year, the AIADMK has a lot to ponder upon. Harish Upadhyaya for the federal